Do you guys remember high school, and elementary school, and middle school? You know, all the friends that you used to have playing in the playgrounds together during recess. You know, Friday night lights at the football games, and your senior prom. Well, sadly, this speech isn't about that. This speech is about the food of our school days, our K through 12 days. You know, we all know it, the nasty food that most of us had to eat because either it was the only meal we can get throughout the day or just the fact that we didn't want to starve ourselves throughout school day because that's just never a good thing. I mean, we all knew that school lunches weren't healthy for us, but what we didn't really realize enough was how the food has many health issues to it. Although America now has multiple factors contributing to the health issues throughout the country, there is still a big growing concern with the school lunches contributing to childhood obesity. In this speech, I'm going to be talking about what is obesity, what are the problems with obesity, how America and all of us around it is affected by obesity, and 4 possible solutions to help stop this issue. Now let's begin by talking about what is exactly obesity. So according to the article Obesity in School Lunches, obesity is defined as an individual's weight exceeding the healthy limit. As it just keeps going up, it doesn't go down. You just get bigger and bigger. It's considered for the height and the age of the individual. Obesity can be measured as BMI or body mass index for short, which is the numeric value of your weight in relation to your height. With obesity, an individual is having excessive body fat, which increases the chances for diseases and even worse, death. You know, the article also states that 17% of children and adolescents ages between 2 through 19 are considered obese. Now, 17% may not seem like a lot or a big number, but still, that's still a large amount of people having to deal with this issue every day throughout their lives. So it's still a big issue that we need to take action on. Alright, let's move on to the problems with obesity. Obesity has reached an all-time high. This year, 2018, obese children are in the stage of developing diseases earlier in their lives, throughout their lifespan. From the article Lessons from the Lunchroom, some of these diseases include heart disease, strokes, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, and even high cholesterol. This generation they're going to be the first generation to be predicted to not be able to outlive their parents due to health problems like these. Now, we're going to move on to how is America affected by obesity? Because what if none of us have it? You know, how can we relate to it? This is how we are all affected by it. In the year 2018 itself, it costed the United States about $344 billion in health expenses. That could be money used towards education, towards helping veterans, and towards just making the community a better place. But no, it's being used on just health purposes. That's a lot of money right there. And that is about 21% of the United States' total spending. That's a big chunk of the money that we have that could be spending on better things that we have to spend on these health issues. Another way it's affecting all of us is because pediatric obesity patient rates, they've increased dramatically. And the worst one yet, it's costing taxpayers money. It's costing all of us that pay taxes at home from work or from school or anything. It's costing us money in our own pockets. We just don't know it yet. Now we're going to discuss the causes of obesity, you know, how people can get it, not just from eating a lot or eating bad things. No, it can be obtained through many other ways. Number 1, school lunches. So with school lunches, food that is cheaper is less healthy. And for some of the lower income families like myself included as growing up, their child's only meal was received at school. So a lot of days, you know, my only meal was school lunches, so I had no choice but to just go in through that and have to deal with it. And number 2, fast food near schools. Fast food is just a walking distance from schools, which causes an increase in sales for the fast food. and less for anything healthy around the area, especially from those who are on like open campuses like universities or like trade schools or dorm schools or anything like that. And also just children who didn't eat at lunch, they'll just go to like a fast food restaurant after school and get food, which is bad. And 3, vending machines at school. Vending machines at school with unhealthy foods, they are at the school with a much lower price than healthy food. And many accesses to these vending machines are limited space, and they're just a quick way for students to get food. So I mean, why not? If you're a student, you know, it's quick food for you to get in your stomach, you know. And number 4, environmental factors. For lower income families, their students' only meal may be the school food, maybe school lunches, school breakfast, or anything that school provides them for food. So nowadays school lunches are being weighed down by junk food. You know, you'll get like maybe an apple or just like a little pack of carrots, but the rest of it would just be like a Fat Joe burger or a Sloppy Joe or anything like that. Just unhealthy. It would just weigh it down so that one apple that you get won't really do anything healthy for your body throughout the day when you're eating it. According to Is School Lunch Making Your Kid Fat? And according to the article, School Lunches Cause Obesity, research shows that in-house junk food is actually less likely to cause childhood obesity compared to the food reserved at school, because the school reserved at school is pretty much just frozen. It's just in the back. They just come it out, take it out, warm it up, and then they just give it to you. So, I mean, just remember that next time your child or your cousin tries to eat anything at school. Now I'm going to discuss some possible solutions to the issues of obesity. I have a few. Solution 1, physical education, PE. We should label physical education as a priority class, because nowadays many schools, they just tend to drop the subject. They don't think it's important, they don't think it's beneficial, so they just drop it. And what they don't know is that even if the class is like an hour long, you're still getting exercise throughout the day, and you need that type of exercise throughout the day to keep you functioning, keep you going, and keep you healthy. If they drop PE, it can add a crisis. You know, no exercise throughout the day. The kids are eventually going to be unhealthy. Solution 2, we got to decrease the price of healthy food, because if healthy food was more affordable than junk food, healthy food will be the number 1 choice in a student's menu of options. It just would, because it'll save money. It's quick. It'll be easy to get compared to how it is now, with healthy food being way more expensive than junk food, and junk food being so much more easier to get. Solution 3, we got to prioritize fruits and vegetables in school lunches. We got to add more vegetables and fruits instead of just 1 apple and just a little pack of carrots. We need to, you know, pile their plate with more vegetables so they have to eat it. Okay, now that I've explained what obesity is, the problems with obesity, how obesity is affecting all of us in America, and for the possible solutions to this issue, my general purpose of this speech is to bring awareness so that individuals can attempt to rethink about their eating habits and their physical well-being. I hope to motivate people to take action, exercise more, and maybe to fight for the school board to try to keep PE a priority class so you can get more exercise. Maybe try to sign petitions that will bring more healthy foods into the cafeteria at school, because, I mean, the kids are the future, so if they can't even make it, you know, past their parents' age because of health-related issues like obesity, it's just going to be a bad generation ahead of us, and we don't want that. We want the best for us and the best for the future. And I also hope to inspire parents to help protect their children from diseases and other health problems as they get older, so we can all function well as a country together. So hopefully you all can get my message from this speech, and we can all come together and help take action to stop childhood obesity in school lunches and just in general.